In this video, I'm going to talk about lipids. So, lipids by definition are fats and oils which may be saturated or unsaturated, and they are insoluble in water, meaning they don't dissolve in water. So, they can be saturated or unsaturated. So, saturated fats or lipids are found in animal products, and unsaturated fats are found in plant products. So lipids are composed of elements such as carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen, and they are hydrophobic, meaning they cannot mix with water. They cannot mix with water. They are insoluble in water. Remember, these are not polymers because they lack a repeating monometric unit. They are not polymers because they are lacking a monometric repeating unit, because polymers have made up of monomers which are repeated linked together, but in lipids there are no such repeated monomers. And let's also look at classification of lipids. So lipids are classified into three categories. We have simple lipids, we have complex, and derived. So simple lipids are made up of fats and oils and waxes. They are made up of fats and waxes. So they can be fats or oils. So let's start by looking at simple lipids. What are simple lipids? So simple lipids, by definition, these are fats. These are esters of fatty acids with glycerol or high or higher alcohols. For example, we can say fats like triglycerides and waxes are simple lipids. These are simple lipids, example of simple lipids. And let's also look at how a structure of glycerol and a structure of fatty acids, how are they, and how are the elements linked together in these two examples of simple lipids. So glycerol by definition is simply a molecule made up of three. It is only made up of three atoms, carbon atoms with a hydroxyl group attached to it, and hydrogen atoms occupying the remaining positions. So it has three carbons, and to these three carbons there are a hydroxyl group which is OH attached to them, and the remaining positions are occupied by hydrogen atoms. Let's see the structure of a glycerol. So this is a structure of a glycerol molecule. It has three carbons and it has three hydroxyl groups attached to these, and the remaining positions are occupied by hydrogen atoms. Okay, so that's all for glycerol. Let's look at the fatty acids. So fatty acids consist of a carboxyl group at one end of the molecule. It has a carboxyl group at one end of the molecule and a hydrocarbon chain, a long chain of hydrocarbon, which is usually denoted by letter R. So this hydrocarbon chain can be denoted by letter R, and we can have a carboxyl group at the other end. So you can simply draw a fatty acid by representing a hydrocarbon chain with letter R. Let's look at the diagram of a fatty acid. So a fatty acid, as we defined it, it has a long chain of hydrocarbon. Remember, hydrocarbon is simply a compound or molecule which is made up of only carbon and hydrogen, and as you look at this, it has only carbons and hydrogen. So it is a hydrocarbon attached to a carboxyl group. A carboxyl group is this functional group which has hydrogen and this hydroxyl. So altogether that makes a carboxyl group. Okay. So a simple structure of a fatty acid, you can simply draw a carboxyl group and attach a short hydrocarbon this side, which can be represented by R. So this is all for this video. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and like my video if at all you like it, but if you don't like it, please click that dislike icon on under that, and don't forget to leave your comment so that we know what we should do in order to meet your requirements. Thank you very much.